Do you choose what YouTube video to watch based just on the cover art? Today, we're going to talk a little bit about why it's so important to create cover art, custom cover art for your YouTube videos. Hey everybody, Rabbi David here, your Torah tech guy, and I'm here to share with you great tech for your great Torah. So I want to talk today a little bit about YouTube cover art and why it might be valuable for you, for your synagogue, for your classes and services, to create some custom cover art for your live streams, even after the fact. And in order to talk about this, what I want to do is I want to take you into YouTube. So come with me into YouTube. This is a standard YouTube page, as you can see. And what I did here is I just did a search for Shabbat morning services. And if I scroll down, you can see we're getting a lot of Central Synagogue because, of course, they're one of the big players. They also probably optimize to be higher in the rankings. And, of course, because they have more views. But as we go through, you're going to see different Shabbat services, Shabbat experiences, a couple things. It's a little hard to tell, except for this one, the Messianic congregation. It's a little hard to tell what I'm actually getting. Now, on a desktop, I can see all the text that goes along with it. But if I'm just scrolling on my iPhone or my Android phone, right, I'm not going to have all of that detailed information. I'm basically looking at artwork. That's what I'm looking at. So if we scroll through, obviously there we saw Central Synagogue. This one, I don't know what this is. I mean, I do because I can see, but it's Temple Emmanuel, New York City. I'm not sure what this is. Stephen Wise Free Synagogue. Here's the Wise Temple. I assume that's the same thing. So, I think you're getting the idea. None of these are really giving me information that might help me decide which of these videos I want to watch. And on top of that, none of them just jump out at me. One of the things that we have to remember when we're putting information, services, classes, whatever it is out there on the interwebs is that the amount of content is overwhelming. And when I'm scrolling through on YouTube or Facebook or wherever, if something doesn't jump out and get my attention, I'm going to scroll right past it. A lot of people on Facebook posts will add an image, even though the image has nothing to do with their post, just to grab people's attention because of that visual aspect. So what I'd like to suggest is that creating cover art for your videos is actually really, really important. Not perhaps in the moment, because for the service itself, if folks are joining you, it's because they know that you have a service at this time, or because it's live and it's on your website, or you've sent something out inviting people to join you. But for after the fact, for people to be able to find your services, your classes, whatever it is that you're putting out there, and be drawn into it, the first experience they're going to have with you is that cover art. And so it's important that you have something that looks appealing, that looks inviting. Here's one right here, actually. The Temple Reformed Synagogue in Louisville, Kentucky. Check that out. Martin Luther King Jr. Shabbat. I'm not showing it to you. Martin Luther King Jr. Shabbat. That's a beautiful image right there. Let's see if there are any more in here, and then we'll jump into, here's one from Sinai Temple, also Shabbat and holiday services, with a beautiful picture of their ark. So there are some good examples here. There are also a lot of services that just use the default screen grab, right? Temple Ner Tamid. I'm sure it's a fantastic temple, but the screen grab that I'm getting here from the stream doesn't really give me lots of information about what I can expect. Now, I will say, by the way, that as I was scrolling through some of these, the screen grabs, what YouTube creates as the thumbnail, if you don't create one, is actually quite beautiful, right? A view of the sanctuary, or if the service is outdoors, maybe it's a view of the outdoors. And again, they're just grabbing a scene, a view rather, from your live stream. And you can go in and you can choose that from your live stream. Let's actually hop in to one of my videos. I'm going to go over to YouTube Studio. This is where all of your videos live, and I'm going to choose. This is my regular account. So we're gonna, let's see, what should we choose? Let's choose an old video that I don't really care about. Here we go. So this is an old video. I'm going to go ahead and edit this, and you can see that it grabs for me 3 different screen grabs from the video itself that I can choose as my thumbnail or my cover art, or I can upload a thumbnail right here, and that's what I want to talk about doing. So let's jump over into Canva. Canva is one of my favorite places to make thumbnails, to make cover art, mostly because it's so simple. If you go to Canva, let me take you back home here to Canva, and you type in, under what will you design, YouTube thumbnail, you will get, oh, I spelt it wrong. I apologize. Thumbnails, there we go. You'll get a whole bunch of templates that you can work with, and you can take any of these and then customize it to your heart's content. And some of these are really, really powerful. I think that this one right here is a really nice one. How to be a creative designer. If I change this picture here and I put in, say, a picture of my rabbi, that might be a really nice piece of cover art. A picture of my rabbi or my cantor, or maybe some of the kids. Here, I'll take this one, since I don't want to put a real person in there. Right? There's a picture that I can add in. Maybe we say Shabbat services, and then come pray with us. Right? Whatever you want this to say, you put your logo in there. Let's see, I need a logo. Here we go. I'll just put my how to hangout logo. By the way, if any of you are interested, every Tuesday now from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, I'm doing my no, I'm not. Every Wednesday from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, I'm doing a how-to hangout on Zoom. You can come on in, ask any questions you want, and I'll see if I can help you. So, right, this was not that complicated. I just used a template from Canva, and I was able to create something that's unique. I can use the colors that match my synagogue or my organization's colors. I can create something really nice. Here's the cover art that I created for this video, and I wanted to just point out a couple of things here. So first of all, over here on the right, this image of me, that's using a frame. Frames in Canva are really, really powerful. You can use both standard shapes for your frames, or you could also do something really sort of interesting. You could put it in a computer, you could put it in a phone, you could put it in a circle, you could even do letters. So let's say you wanted to say, I don't know, Shabbat, with pictures of your congregants in the letters themselves. You can do that right here using these frames. The other thing I did is here on the lettering, on the text itself, I put an effect in. So this is actually a piece of text that already has a built-in effect. I think it's the glow. But you can, by clicking right up here at the top on effects, you can change any of the effects to any of your artwork to really make those letters pop out, the words pop out and really stand out. Remember, people are scrolling fast. You want to make sure that whatever you're creating grabs their attention. Another thing that I would suggest is not putting too much on here. Don't make it too text heavy. This is a visual element for people you want it to catch their eyes, and then you want them to click on it. You don't want them to have to stop and read it. If they have to stop and read it, you've got too much text on there. So Shabbat Shalom, or Shabbat services, or TGIF, right? Whatever you want to put on there that's going to grab their attention, along with colors that pop, lettering that pops out with perhaps shadowing or something like that, your organization's logo, whatever it is, you download this and you can upload it right into here, upload thumbnail, back in your YouTube page, and then you've got some cover art. You want to make sure that your services, that what you're offering, that your classes, that they stand out amongst all these other videos, because there are thousands upon thousands upon thousands of videos that are popping up every single day. I'm going to hop back over to YouTube, and let's do a Torah class. Let's do a search for Torah class, see what comes up. So the first things I'm getting, these are all non-Jewish classes, it looks like. Let's see, Jewish laws. So this is beautiful art here, right? That's from Bimbam. Torah reading. That's interesting. Let's take a look at what else we've got here. I'm scrolling down. Let's see if we can look up. Let's just do Torah and see what that comes up with. That's a nice one. The Torah, a quick overview. Overview Bible. Okay. We're getting a lot of non-Jewish things. Thank goodness for Bimbam that put some nice Jewish content in this search for what is Torah. Here's another one. This is a nice cover image. Torah and vaccines. My Jewish mommy life. Right? These are the ones that you're going to want to click on are the ones that jump out at you. They have colors that grab you. They tell you, you know immediately what it is when you scroll to it, and it grabs your attention. Breshit, in the beginning. Not sure I'd want to recommend that one. It doesn't look like it's from necessarily a good source, but seeing a real Torah. It's a nice piece of artwork, right? You've got the Torah scroll, you've got her up in the corner there, and the text is on that blue background, so it pops out a little bit. Fantastic. So look, the takeaway from all of this is, because we're now streaming, because we're now sending all of this up to YouTube or Facebook or Vimeo or wherever we're doing it, it's living forever, which means that you're creating a library of your Torah. You're creating a library of your services, of your Torah, of your moments of connection, and you want to draw people in to share in that library of your Torah. And the first and best way to grab their attention is through the visual of a YouTube thumbnail or Facebook cover or whatever, a video cover, right? That's what you want to create using Canva, or if you want to go fancy and use Adobe Illustrator, whatever it is that you want to use. Remember a couple of key things: not a lot of text, colors that pop, lettering that pops off of the page, and pictures or visual elements that tell people right away what they're about to get and why they want to click on that video. I have lots of helpful tips and tools that you can find over on my website at TorahTechGuy.com. I hope that you'll join me over there, that you'll subscribe to these videos. I just went fuzzy again. Sorry about that. And that you'll like me over on Facebook. We got a lot of good stuff coming up. Tomorrow, I mentioned already, we've got the How to Hangout here in Zoom, in Zoom. Join me from 1 to 2 Eastern. Bring any questions you've got. I'm happy to help you out with that. Or if you don't have questions, just come say hello. On Thursday at 3 o'clock, the Synagogue Tech Forum is meeting, and we're going to be hearing from a really fantastic show. It's called The Temple in Atlanta, Georgia. I interviewed the rabbi and the technical director today. We're going to be showing that on Thursday and discussing it as part of the Synagogue Tech Forum. They have an amazing setup. We're going to be talking about their setup and also what are the different values and goals that they had in mind as they were designing that their setup. So we're going to talk about that with a whole lot more coming up. I hope you have a fantastic day. Let's go create some amazing cover art. What do you say? Bye, everyone.